after leaving Moab, Utah, we turned right on a Utah Highway 128, which connects up to Colorado in a more scenic route. Instead of taking US Highway 191 north up to Interstate 70, we decided to take 128. So we'll go ahead and speed this up along this route because it's kind of boring when you just sit there and watch people follow somebody else for miles and miles. But it is a very scenic drive that goes along the river, which is beautiful as it runs right through to Moab. It's a real neat drive, and you can see the various canyons next to the road, and pretty cool. One of the things we first had an experience with was, you're driving along this road. It's a 55-mile-an-hour good road, but you're coming in there, and then all of a sudden we come up on this section of road where there's somebody sitting in a chair, just sitting there on the left side in like a lawn chair, asleep. Little did we know that there's apparently some event going on further up the road, and there's a crest in the hill, and we come over the top of the hill, and all of a sudden we just come upon this traffic that is just stopped in front of us, and we're doing 55 with a 35, 40,000 pound vehicle at consist. So when your co-pilot says slow down, you better listen to what she says, because you come up on this corner and all of a sudden we were in panic mode, and all the expletives have been bleeped out for the younger viewers.
Sit down there in a chair.
Backed up to get in.
I don't know. Yeah, that person up there is smart. Stand up there and tell people.
What person?
To slow down. My God, that could have been dangerous.
Is he mad?
Are you?
No, he didn't flip you off. You're just trying to see him going. He doesn't know. You couldn't go anywhere. You're on your way.
Well, after that little scare and we regained our composure in the cockpit, we finally relaxed enough to continue driving, obviously with more diligence and awareness to what's ahead. You got to understand, we're driving along and there's nothing out there, nobody in front of us, and all of a sudden we come over that top of that hill and those cars were stopped, dead stopped, and we were doing about 50. As you can see by the GPS, the speed limit. So after that, we considerably slowed it down. You never know what you're going to find out there when you're pulling a big load like that. Behind you, you just cannot stop on a dime. So after we left the flatlands area of Utah, and we crossed up, we met up to Interstate 70. That we then rejoined the interstate, and then we crossed into Colorado, and then we stopped at a rest area in Grand Junction just after coming in. Actually, I believe it was probably in Fruita, Colorado. And that's where we met up with our son and our daughter-in-law again. And as we were both traveling to a family wedding up in Colorado for our daughter-in-law's mom's wedding. So that was going to be it was an interesting little drive. If you ever come from Moab into Colorado, instead of taking the interstate and driving up to 191 to the interstate on 70, drive along the Colorado River. Just be careful as you're going along there, because you never know what you're going to run into on the drive. So yeah, after we left, after we got into Colorado and we got into the rest area and had our little rest, we then left and then went to our campground. We had lunch, and then we went over to our campground called Canyon View RV Park. It seems like that park is a relatively new park too. It's not a, it looked like it's in good shape, but construction was being done in Grand Junction, so we had to meander our way through roundabouts and through town. So you always have some of those things to deal with, but yep. And only after that did we start having some of our next challenges we have to deal with, which are mechanical with our coach. And you'll see that in the next section. But we had some issues with our slide out and our floor. And then we've had a lot of problems with our floor. And so, yeah, again, we ended up having to do some surgery on our carpeting, which is not really a fun thing to have.
One of the problems you have when you're a motorhome owner with a slide out is problems with the slides. There's rollers under here in the slide, and if they're not level or there's a problem, we can have an issue with it. And we have an issue again with this problem with the slide. Looks to me like we have a problem with something under the rear of the carpet got caught, and we brought it in and it ripped up the carpet for a second time. This happened to us. In Tennessee, and now the carpet's trashed again. And we have to rip out this carpet in order to get the slide closed. So the decision's just been made by the two of us, I think, by de facto determination, that this entire carpeting in this coach right here from the hallway up to the drivers had to be removed and replaced with something with a lower pile, probably. Don't know, not sure, but so for now, I've got to get this thing cut out so I can close the slide. But I'm going to be looking for solutions. Something that's going to be better than this problem, because we can't have this happen every time. Anyways, I hope it's not a major problem with the slide out. Here we go again.
What are you doing, Tom?
Well, we're cleaning up the floor. After we had our round 2 of our slide destroying the floor, so now we have to clean this up so we can put some kind of a carpet down here for the next couple months until we can get back to Ronnie Wolf to get it fixed, or rip all this carpet out and put something else in. And now my battery just died.
Don't you have lots of batteries?
I do.
Isn't that Ryobi?
It is Ryobi. They're great tools.
Isn't there a battery like right over here?
No, I took it outside.
Oh.
So that's it.
Now we have a new battery.
Yeah. Fun stuff. Just another day being an RVer with a rolling house with an earthquake every day.
But there's got to be something under that slide that's catching on the carpet. Or something happening to the slide, because it's worked for a year without catching it.
Yeah, I'll go back through with the pliers and a hammer, and I'll take out all these nails so we don't get our little paws or our little feet poked. That'd be worse than a goat head.
Yep.
All right, well, that's enough to get us to Aspen, Colorado. So, all right, we're gonna try bringing the slide out in.
Yep, see the rollers down there, they look like they're okay, but don't know what happened.
I have no idea what happened. The only thing different I did was added that butyl tape on there again, and I don't know if that's going to be the death of me. That stuff is, but this carpet's pretty much trash. So, stop for a second, I'll go outside. Okay, so the slide out is out. Let's see if it goes in this time. And looking down here, looks like it's going in. All right, go ahead, bring it in. She's bringing it in. Let's see if it closes this time. Last time it didn't close on the top. It looks like it's nice and even now. So, again, we have a problem with the darn carpeting ruining the slide, or causing a problem with it. Or the slide causing a problem with the carpet, one of the two. Well, problem solved temporarily, but another $1,000 expense probably.
despite what we call our ghetto-looking floor, we're okay with it. Hey, you got to roll with the flow when you have problems with an RV. It's where you carry extra parts if you need to. In this case, well, we just move on. This is a really nice park. Canyon View RV Park is a nice place. It's got an interesting design. It's got some live-in people living behind, and they have a nice vinyl fence up protecting them from the transient campers like us in there. We spent a couple days there, and then we're ready to move on to Colorado and further. And but we'd come back there and stay there again. It's a nice place, and dude had a lot of fun here playing in the park. So onward.
And we could do this all day, I guess. Yeah, he did. He's not used to grass. He's an Arizona dog. He's used to pea gravel and cactus. Good boy. Good boy, dude. I hear you're getting tired. Nope. No chance, huh?